Hello, everyone, and welcome to Community Connections. I'm your host, Dan Salzer, and I'm here with some very special guests with the Recreation Department. To my right, I have Lisa Ash, the Recreation Supervisor, her assistant, Kelsey Bowden. To my left, Kelsey Bouchard, a Program Coordinator, and to her left, Rosanna Zumsky, the other Program Coordinator. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Lisa, I'm going to start with you. There's been a lot of changes. COVID was a big hamper of things the last few years, but it seems to be the rec department really coming back to life. Tell us about some of the restructuring that's happened over the last few years and kind of what this is doing for the program heading into the future.
So we restructured and we separated the parks and the recreation department. We had a director leave who had been with us for around 30 years. And so we took advantage of the opportunity to assess what with the past, the present, where we wanted to go in the future. We had the selectmen, town manager, and the recreation board come together, problem solve, and come up with separating the two departments so we could really focus on each department, the transparency of what each department costs, what can make that department more efficient, and kind of meshing the two into one didn't give us the opportunity to really look at each department separately and see how effective they were and what we were doing in terms of serving the public and activities as well as the parks. And that's been a wonderful situation, and it's allowed us to save thousands really in restructuring. So Robert Cormier, who is in charge of the Parks Department, and his crew, they are a split between the town and the school. So they're able to handle the grounds and the facilities. And then we in the office, the recreation program based out of Plymouth Elementary School, focus on programming for people of all ages in the town of Plymouth.
Wonderful. Kelsey, for you, you returned to the program, right?
Correct.
That's what I thought. And looking at things, what are some of the new programs and some of the stuff you're trying to bring back to the community here going forward?
Yeah, so we're really trying to have a diverse population that we serve rather than just a strong focus on a K-4 or an elementary age range. So we're trying to bring back adult bus trips, and we actually have one scheduled for Mohegan Sun on October 27th of this month, and you have to register by October 12th, so you can give us a call, my phone number 254-5869 to reserve your spot. There is a limit on that and a max that's needed to participate and for that to happen. So we're looking for registrations for that. Adults, again, $80 per person, and that's departing from Fox Park at 7 a.m. and we'll return to Fox Park at 6 p.m. after our fun-filled casino trip.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things you're trying to bring back here to the community? Because I know, again, with COVID, it's been so limited, and there hasn't been too many options for the general public here in the recent years.
Yeah, another one that we actually have coming up is a Build a Scarecrow, and that's going to be on display down at the Common because we do the downtown Halloween festivities with Trick or Treat, the businesses, and some fun activities on the Common with that. So we've got the Build a Scarecrow. That's businesses and families can do that. Build a Scarecrow and bring it on down to the Common on Halloween morning between 10 and 11. I'll be down there and we'll set those up and they'll be on display for the week. So that gives families something to do, businesses something to do that they can get the name out for their business, a little advertising for them and something that represents their business or a family that represents a scarecrow that represents their family in some way. So again, that's more family-based and business-oriented as another additional program.
That's wonderful. Kelsey, for you, more of a focus on the camps and after-school programs. How did that really go over the course of the summer this year and heading into the school year now for this?
Right. So this summer was a lot of fun. We also faced some challenges brought on by bus prices and entrance fees for a lot of things increased for us. So we had to get really creative with how we navigated through that. And a huge thank you to our parents this summer. We did a lot of different drop-off and pick-up places and times, and we utilized a lot of places in town like Fox Park, the riverfront. We did a lot of partnering with local organizations like Ladders. We did a walking field trip down there. The fire department came to Fox Park and hosed down the kids. So super creative, but also really fun. And the kids really didn't see a difference in that. It was just fun camp things. So I think that it was great for everybody. We really navigated it well.
And I know community involvement is huge, obviously, with the
Right.
recreation department. How can people kind of give back to the program and help it expand some more?
Right. So we have, we're always open to donations of like crafting supplies. If people specialize in things, we're looking to run programs, but also for camp and our after school program, we have people in town who have yoga studios, and so we've had them come in before, and like Ladders, we worked closely with them for materials, but also the field trip, to be able to have the kids go down there and learn about managing money and budgeting, and they got a couple of dollars, and how could they use that couple of dollars, and what could they get with that? So that was really fun.
Some great life lessons.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Rosanna, for you, you're focusing more on like the sports side of things and the Halloween and kind of holiday setups coming forward. Talk to us about how impactful the soccer has been so far, because I understand that the summer camp was huge hit this summer for soccer, and also Halloween's just around the corner.
Yes, we're actually really excited to have a lot of this stuff back, especially since we did kind of cut down on some stuff for a couple of years. Soccer's been great. We actually had amazing shirts this year. We were able to do dry fit shirts.
Awesome.
Which are, soccer is perfect. Kelsey actually was the one that did some of the design. Printwear does them for us, and we have local businesses that sponsor, so that really helps us be able to get those types of shirts. We've had a huge turnout. It's usually close to about 200 kids, and it's full this year, and everybody seems to be having a good time. Halloween is going to be on the actual holiday this year, which is a Monday. I know some people don't love that. I think it's fun. It's almost like a 3-day weekend.
Exactly.
Candy on Monday. So we'll have businesses doing trick-or-treat at their normal time, which is 4:30 to 5:30. We do music on the Common at that time, so people get to hang out, come say hi. We love seeing all the kids in their costumes. Pemmy Youth Center actually does haunted house that I think a lot of people have done. It's not as scary in the beginning. Around 5:30, they usually make it a little bit more scary, and then trick-or-treating opens up for the residents where they can go to houses from 5:30 to 7. 5:30 to 7:30. The haunted house closed down at 7.
Looking at that, if people are new to the area, because we've had an influx of people moving up here in the last couple of years, and they haven't been to Halloween. I have a 1-year-old and haven't been in a long time since transferring up as a student to Plymouth State. What sort of things can people expect, and kind of where is that buffer on Main Street so people know?
We actually have little pumpkin signs that we offer to businesses. They put that up if they want to participate. So be looking for that before you're just walking into a business to know if they're participating. But the businesses themselves are great. They're usually, in costumes or on the sidewalk. It is definitely the place to be. I have little ones, so I love taking them downtown because it's still light out, it's early enough. We tend to go home and not do the residential trick-or-treating. I know a lot of people sort of stick to their neighborhoods, or there are some people that might come from out of town to do downtown but then go back. I think that it's definitely a good thing for families. You're walking as a group. There's usually not a lot of traffic downtown. And it's just up and down Main Street. And I don't know if we'll have a list of participating businesses or if it's more, start at one end, walk around. Hopefully we have as good of weather as we did last year, because it was easy to walk and not get rained on.
Exactly. Hopefully, knock on wood, that's the case this year. Kelsey, looking beyond the fall, obviously a lot more events happening, and you guys are responsible for more than just sort of the after-school programs. Tell us about what's coming up in November and December.
Yeah, sure. So we have, we actually took over the Veterans Day ceremony and the Memorial Day parade. So we're working on organizing the Veterans Day ceremony that's happening on Veterans Day, November 11th, 10:30 outside of the town hall. We are actually still in need of a few speakers to give some remarks at that. So if anyone is interested, you can reach out to us at the Recreation Center. And we're new this year. We're going to kind of compile a slideshow with people who have photos of their veteran that they want to send in. So be looking out for information on that, and you can send in your veteran, and we'll honor them by compiling a slideshow for viewers to see after the ceremony or before the ceremony, however that gets worked into the program. And then we also have, new this year is travel basketball. So that's kind of a more competitive edge. Those kids that are really serious about learning the game and playing at a more competitive level. Coach Brian Tracy is going to be the coach of that for us, and we've got tryouts coming up for that on November 1st and November 2nd. That's for grades 3rd and 4th, as well as 5th and 6th co-ed teams. For the 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th is separated by a girls and boys team. So all of that information is on our website, on our Facebook page. So really take a look at that. If you've got a kiddo interested in a little higher competitive basketball program, definitely check that out.
And I'm assuming that the tryouts are going to be at the elementary school, Jim?
That is correct, yes, at Plymouth Elementary School on November 1st, 3rd and 4th grade from 5 to 6, and 5th and 6th from 6:30 to 8 in the evening. And then a second day that is recommended for the players to come both, but they only have to do one. But the second day is November 2nd, and same times as that, 5 to 6 for 3rd and 4th, and 6:30 to 8 for 5th and 6th graders.
Hopefully it's a great turnout
And
for
we hope
basketball.
so.
Rosanna, I know you're working on what's kind of a town staple in the ski and skate sale. Tell us about how that's developing, and when is it this year?
This year it's going to be November 17th, 18th, and 19th. So of course, as it gets colder and we're pulling out all of our gear, we can see, okay, what do we want to get rid of? What have our kids outgrown? What are we in need of? The first day we do, everybody brings their stuff in. So you can sell items. The second 2 days, there's a little bit more of dropping off items, but then it's really the shopping, so people can shop for items. Mm-hmm. And that really is a win-win where you can get stuff that's a little bit cheaper than buying it new. You can get some money back for some of the stuff that you've purchased in the past. I think everybody loves coming out and being a part of it. There's always great deals. There's businesses that come through and do it too, so you can get a good deal from the businesses with new stuff as well. And this year for our lines and our payment, we really want to get that going through a little bit faster. I know in the past it's been hard if you have to pay with cash. Do you have check? Do you have credit card? Our credit card line got a little out of control last year. Kara Lavasser has actually been working with us, and she's great. She's got a new lineup for us, so we should have a speedy credit card machine so everybody can shop, get all that they want. Some of those last minute purchases, especially with Christmas shortly after, getting all the stuff that we need. So it should be a great sale this year.
And is it still at the elementary school and the gymnasium as well?
It is, yes. The elementary school gym, again, November 17th, we do afternoon drop-off, so 4 to 6:30. Then the 18th in the morning from 9 to 11:30, you can drop off stuff. Then we have some time to set everything up, and the sales will start Friday from 3:30 to 7 and 10 to noon on Saturday. And we'll have that flyer for you that we can put up, so it'll have all the times.
Kelsey, we talk about transactions. Tell us what's changed a little bit more in detail.
Right. So we've been working with Interware, who work with the town as well to do some online payments. So slowly but surely, we are working our programs to be able to pay online, which is a lot. It benefits families. I mean, for a long time, we were bring your check to the office, put the check in the drop box, drop it off at the front of the school, and this is really streamlining it for us and for the families that do our programs. So slowly we'll be putting all of those things online, and with all of the flyers that we put out, we always put a link there if it's available for them.
Lisa, I'm going to wrap things up with you and kind of go off script right now and really look at this department, how it's revamped. You talk about that kind of separation from parks, and what has it been like working with these three ladies and developing the rest of the program?
Well, it's very exciting. When we divided, it really gave us the focus in the recreation department to really pay attention to the programs, whereas sometimes we were filtering a lot with the parks, and oftentimes there were positions that weren't conducive to where we're at now as far as programs. The four of us are really, our days are spent strictly on programs. So we're very excited. I think We're also excited about Plymouth Regional High School is going to be doing a program, like a CTE kind of program with recreation, and I think that that'll give us many more opportunities for students, say, at the high school that want to get into recreation but don't really know what that looks like or what that entails. They can come over and volunteer, and of course we can create programs around that, and that'll be another cost-effective strategy. I think what's really exciting about everybody in the office is that we want to give Plymouth the most that they can have and just try to really be cognizant of the budget and the spending. Like what Kelsey talked about, going to Ladders and finding pieces of quilt that are 50 cents and then creating a program around that and using the supplies we have back at the office, as opposed to spending too much money at commercial websites such as Oriental Trading and places like that. I mean, we still reach out to those, Amazon and places like that, but I think they're very cost effective. We're trying to do as much as we can. We love this community. The families are wonderful. The school is great. We can't say enough about the elementary school and being housed in the school, and the support system from the town hall and neighboring town departments. It's always, for me, who's at the tail end of my career, I have been so fortunate I came here right out of college and I never left, and there was never a reason to leave. It's just a great community to work for, and these three recognize that and do such an amazing job. Very committed.
Absolutely. And fans, if you want to get involved with the recreation department or have your kids get involved, visit their website at the information on your screen, or find the link to their website on the town website at www.plymouth-nh.org. Ladies, thank you for joining me, and have a great rest of the fall season.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.